Hey guys, I hope you're doing well today. Today I will be talking about the best products of 2018, at least in my opinion. I chose my favorite makeup products for this year and I have a decent amount here. I think I might throw in one skincare item, but other than that it's going to be all makeup. I did try to put a lot of the products on my face today so you can see how they perform. But anyway, let's get into my favorite products. I only have one skincare item to talk about because I didn't really see too many standouts, at least for my skin this year. So my favorite skincare product of the year is the CVS or Beauty 360 Gentle Eye Makeup Remover. If you guys have been with me for a while, you would know that the Equate Oil-Free Eye Makeup Remover was my favorite for a very, very long time. Like, I'm talking years. But they're not cruelty-free, and I've been trying to transition for over the last, I would say, like year and a half or so. But the CVS brand or the Beauty 360 brand is, and this performs exactly like the Equate Oil-Free Eye Makeup Remover. This even takes off waterproof mascara, which I do appreciate because I've been wearing a lot of that lately. It's an awesome eye makeup remover and I would highly recommend it. Now I want to move into the face products for makeup, and there's a few that I don't have here because I did use them up, and I was going to save them for this video, but I completely forgot and tossed my makeup empties for the year, so I don't have them with me. So one of my favorite foundations this year was the Flower Beauty Light Illusion Foundation. It is beautiful. If you like dewy skin that has a medium to full coverage with a very dewy finish, it's one of my favorite foundations that I've ever tried. And then for my favorite concealer this year, I think it was the same last year, but that's the Colourpop No Filter Concealer. I just used mine up. It's currently in my empties bag, so I could pull it out, but I just don't feel like it because I can't really swatch it or anything because there's nothing in it. But that was my favorite concealer for the year. It has really nice coverage, an amazing shade range, and it's just an overall really good, affordable concealer. And the other product that I used up and don't have here is the Badescu facial spray, either the Rosewater one or the Aloe Cucumber and Green Tea. Both are really nice. I think I went through about 4 bottles of it this year. It's a really good, versatile spray, and I think that's all the products that I used up and don't have with me, but they were favorites from this year. So the first makeup product I have to share here is the e.l.f. Flawless Finish Foundation. I have the shade in Light Ivory, and as you can see, I'm about halfway through this bottle right now. This is also very similar to the Flower Beauty Foundation. This is a medium to full coverage with a dewy finish. Sometimes, depending on how much powder you put on, it can be less dewy. I personally prefer the Flowers formula, but Flower doesn't have a shade light enough for me currently, and this one is light enough. This is a really awesome foundation, and it's actually the foundation that I'm wearing on my face today, and I feel like I do have a very nice glow. And then the next product I have here is my Too Faced Born This Way Ethereal Setting Powder. This is actually the second one that I purchased. This is a loose setting powder, and it gives me a satin finish. I recently just picked this one up, and the one that I had previously, it took me like over a year to finish. The powder's about $30 or so, and I do think it's worth it for the amount of product that you get. Like, that lasted me forever, and I used to fly through powders. I just really enjoy this one. It gives me a nice finish on the skin, and I believe they have 3 different shades. I don't have a favorite bronzer for the year. I did really enjoy the Physicians Formula Butter Bronzer, but I didn't really try anything new this year, and I had to declutter that one because it did go bad. I just haven't purchased anything since, but I do have a couple favorites for blush and highlighter. For highlighter, I have 2 favorites, and the first one, I'm wearing this today, and this is the Wet n Wild. This is their MegaGlo Highlighting Powder in Blossom Glow, and this is a gorgeous pink highlighter, and as you can see, I have hit pan on it. It is gorgeous. This is definitely one of the best highlighters that I've tried this year, and the formula on these MegaGlo highlighters are amazing. So this is a swatch of the Blossom Glow highlighter. It's definitely a lot more pink in person than it is on camera, but it is beautiful. It's super intense. If you told me that highlighter was high-end, I would totally believe you. And then the other highlighter that I have here is the e.l.f. Shimmer Highlighting Powder in the shade Pearl Glow. This is my second one that I've purchased this year. This is the e.l.f. Pearl Glow, and it is a champagne pearl color. It's actually not as light and icy as the Becca Shimmery Skin Perfector in Pearl, which I did have before. I prefer the color of this one. This is the Pearl Glow, and then this one is Blossom Glow. But Pearl Glow is more, I would say, of a champagne pearl color, and then Blossom Glow is a little bit more of a pink shade. Both are really pretty. I think these highlighters are hidden gems at the drugstore. Hardly anyone talks about them. I personally haven't heard anyone else talk about these specific highlighters. I've heard people talk about the baked e.l.f. highlighters, but these ones are definitely a lot better in my opinion. I think they have maybe about 4 shades or so. They're really pretty. They have a nice variety for different skin tones. I think they could definitely go deeper, but I think they have some for like medium to maybe a deep shade. This one was my favorite blush for the year, and this is the Milani Baked Blush in Berry Amore, and this is a beautiful, I would say it's like a nude berry color. This is a shimmery blush because it is a baked product. It is beautiful. I'm wearing this on my cheeks today, and it can be a little bit intense sometimes. I think this is a really awesome blush because I've seen it work on so many different skin tones. That is a swatch of the Berry Amore blush, and I'm sure you could build it up as well or also lighten it because I have very fair skin and it works on me. Formula is really beautiful. I believe that's it for face products. I might throw it in there if I forgot about it, but now I want to move on to lip products because I don't have a whole lot. Lip products are not my favorite part of makeup. I much prefer eye products, so there's more in that category, but for lips I do have a few. So the first one I have here, this is my favorite lip gloss for the year, and it is the Fenty Beauty Gloss Bomb. And I actually have the shade Fussy here, but just the Gloss Bomb in general. Here is what mine looks like. I just got this when I was in New York City last weekend, and I'm so happy. I just love this gloss so much. This specific shade is a shimmery pink color, and this one works better for me than the Universal shade, but I still love the Universal shade. So this is a swatch of Fussy, and it is beautiful. I actually have it on my lips today, but I've been talking so much, so I think it wore off a little bit, so let me apply a little more. I used up a little mini of the original shade, and I just fell in love with the Fenty gloss. I am not typically a lip gloss person or even just a lip product person. I just prefer like very comfy formulas, and this is definitely extremely comfortable. It's very moisturizing. It smells like sweet tarts, and it's so glossy. I am so happy I picked up a full size of it because I just love this gloss so much, and it's my favorite lip gloss of all time. Next, I have my favorite liquid lipstick for this year. I do have another formula that I like that is the Ofra formula, but I've only used mine a few times. But this one I've gotten a ton of use out of this year, and this is the Colourpop Ultra Satin Lip in the shade Alyssa. This was a collab with Kathleen Lights. She put this out, I think, maybe like 2 years ago. And this is my perfect pinky nude shade. I love this shade so much. And this also works on a bunch of different skin tones as well. So this is the Alyssa shade, and it is beautiful. I'm not wearing it today, I'm just wearing the Fenty gloss because I just felt like it. But the Ultra Satin lips from Colourpop are very comfortable, but they also have a decent amount of longevity. They will last through like talking and drinking, maybe not greasy food, but I have eaten with this, and if my lipstick still stays on for the most part. You will have to reapply a little bit throughout the day, but this is such an amazing formula. In 2017, I was all about the liquid lipsticks, but this year I definitely got back into bullet lipsticks a little bit more, and my favorite formula for this year is the Doll 10 lipsticks, and I did use up one of them. This came in a set of 4, and these are all nude colors. This formula is not perfect by any means. These do melt a lot in the lipstick tube, but they are so comfortable. They are very pigmented. They do have like a light sweet scent to it. It's super light and almost undetectable. So I do have 3 separate shades. This one is Uptown Girl, and this is a beautiful, I would say mid-toned mauve color. This is the one I'm currently working on right now, and this is the one in Sweet Talker. It is beat up, and like I said, it does melt very easily in the tube. This is like a deeper peachy nude. It's really beautiful. And this is the 3rd shade I have, and this is in the shade Alter Ego, and this is a brown tone nude color. And I do have them swatched out on my hand here. This one is Alter Ego, this one is Sweet Talker, and then this one is the Uptown Girl. So there's a nice variety of nudes here. You can tell what types of colors that I like. I like to play out my eyes a little bit more, and then I like to go more nude on the lips. As you can see here, I have pink and purple eyeshadow on and just gloss on the lips. And those are my favorite lip products, so now moving on to my favorite eye products of the year. My favorite eye primer I've tried is the Milani eyeshadow primer, and I'm about halfway done from this one, and I've just heard such good things about it on YouTube, so I decided to try it out. I think this is awesome. I think it's better than some high-end eye primers out there. This year I used up the Smashbox Photo Finish eye primer, and I like this one so much more. I feel like it makes my eyeshadows last better, even blend better on my lids. This is a great eye primer, and it's a lot more affordable than high-end ones. My favorite black eyeliner for this year was the Essence Long Lasting Eye Pencil, and this is in the shade Black Fever. This is like a $3 eyeliner, and I think I've gone through about 2 of them, and it is just so black. That's a swatch of it. It's just a basic black liner, but I feel like it lasts really well in the waterline and upper waterline. My favorite cream shadow for the year is my NYX Jumbo Eyeshadow Pencil in Milk. This is just a basic white cream eyeshadow, and this makes every single look I have pop on my eyes so much more. And I know my friend Alyssa absolutely loves this, and that's why I picked it up on recommendation from her. So this is a swatch of the NYX Jumbo Eye Pencil. I'm wearing it underneath my pink eyeshadow today, and it just works really well. A lot of these shimmery NYX Jumbo Eyeshadow Pencils do crease on me, but for some reason this one doesn't, which I'm really happy about because I can use this with literally every single eye look, and it would just make it pop so much more. My favorite brow product from the year here is the NYX Tinted Brow Mascara in Brunette, and I actually bought this on recommendation from my friend Angela. I will have Lisa's and Angela's YouTube channels linked in my description box, but this is just a tinted brow gel, and especially if I'm going for more light makeup and I don't want to do anything, I'll throw this in my brows and it will give it a decent amount of tint, and it has a fairly precise little wand. I do also have the Essence Make Me Brow, and I do like that one as well, but I've been using this one the majority of the year, so I thought I would just throw this one in here. I really got into glitter, and I actually panned 2 of the Stila Glitter and Glows in Kit and Karma, and I love them so much that I ended up buying a little set of them. So here are 2 of them. They're just 2 little minis, and this top one is in Diamond Dust, and the bottom is in Gold Goddess. I have them both swatched out, so the more silvery one is in Diamond Dust, and this one has like rainbow sparkles in it. It is so pretty. And then this gold one right here is Gold Goddess. I've gotten more use out of Gold Goddess because I wear golds a ton, so this one's actually almost done. I did pull both of the stoppers out of here because for the minis, it's just easier for me to get product out that way. In the full sizes, I didn't have to pull them out until like the end of the product. These are about halfway done and I had to pull the stoppers out, but these are so good. If you guys want really good glitters, I would definitely recommend picking up one of the Stila Glitter and Glows in a shade that you absolutely love, or buy a set of the 3 of them. These do have a little bit of fallout, so if that bothers you, I'd recommend a glitter glue, but I don't mind if the glitter falls on my face throughout the day. I just don't care that much. They're really nice glitters. I think it's an easier way of just applying a straight up loose glitter, which I do have as well, but these have been my favorite glitters for this year. And finally, I have my favorite category, which is eyeshadows. The first one that I'm about to talk about is one that I mentioned in my 2017 favorites, and this one I've used the absolute shit out of, and this is my Morphe and Jaclyn Hill, and this is the original eyeshadow palette before the Vault collection, and I've used this so much. I've hit pan on so many different shades. So this is what my palette currently looks like. So I've hit pan on 5 different shadows and I've used up 1. I have just loved this eyeshadow palette so much. I do take it traveling with me, which can be a pain because it is a bit of a larger eyeshadow palette, but I can use this for blush, highlighter, contour, bronzer, and also my eyeshadows. I have not tried it in my brows yet. Recently I made a Franken blush out of this shade right here and a little bit of this one along with my Tarte blush. And then I've also made a Franken bronzer out of these 2 matte warm tone browns. And I've been really enjoying it. It's been fun to kind of play around and be a makeup scientist. But this palette is just so good. If you're a beginner to makeup, I would definitely recommend this palette because the quality is really good. The shades are very blendable, they're very pigmented, but they are very easy to work with in my opinion, and there's such a nice variety of colors. And finally, this is more of a favorite brand of eyeshadows for this year, and I have 2 BH Cosmetics palettes. I have the Zodiac palette. This is the original one before the more warm-toned one came out. And then I also have the Weekend Festival, which was my intro to BH Cosmetics eyeshadows, at least as of recently. And here's what my festival palette looks like. This is a rainbow palette. It does have some beautiful colors in here, but it also has some neutral shades. I've hit pan on the shade Solstice today, and I actually have Solstice on my lid, a little bit of this electric shade in my crease. And then I also wanted to mix another palette just to get more use out of all of the products for this video. And those are in my Zodiac palette, and I have more of the pinky tones. I have this matte berry shade in Leo on my outer corner, and then I did blend a little bit of this Virgo pinky matte shade into my crease. BH Cosmetics eyeshadows are really awesome, and I think they're a little bit underrated. I know people have been getting into them a little bit more recently, but the quality of BH Cosmetics eyeshadows are amazing. I did swatch out a couple of the shades from the Weekend Festival palette just to show you what they look like, and I have 2 shimmers. This lime green is a shimmer, and then this gold is, and then this is an orange matte shade. They're all very blendable and they do apply very nicely to the eyes, and I just love the variety in here. This was my first palette that really got me into color this year. And then going back into the Zodiac palette, I just love this one so much. I've gotten more use out of my Morphe and Jaclyn Hill palette, but honestly, this is really coming for my favorite palette of the year and taking that position. It just has such a nice variety in here. Like, look at those shades. They have a highlighter in the center, they have some mattes, and then the outside layer are baked shimmer shadows. And then like the Weekend Festival palette, I did go ahead and swatch a variety of the shades right here. So I have some shimmer shades right here from the baked products. There's a matte right here, a matte olive shade, and this one's actually the highlighter in the center. Love this palette so much. Every single look I've created with it, I have loved. I think they just work so well. BH Cosmetics eyeshadows are amazing, and I'm so happy I discovered them this year. So these are all the products for my 2018 makeup favorites, and I think I have some really good stuff here. A lot of the products are new to me this year. Some of them are repeats, but most of them are new products, which is super exciting. Thank you guys so much for watching and supporting my channel this year. I appreciate all of you, and I hope you guys have a very happy new year. Thank you guys so much for watching. Please subscribe if you haven't already, and I will see you guys in my next video. Talk to you later.